Good good day everybody. It's me, Dean, going live on YouTube and Facebook. Um so here we go. I got somebody trying to call me on Messenger, but I'm gonna let it go for now. So I'm wearing my Angels baseball shirt in honor of spring day. Not spring, but opening day. We play the Houston Astros today. What a team to start with, guys. What a team to start with. God, couldn't we have somebody easy? Okay. Alrighty. Um, so here we go. Let's start with I'm going to do a little bit of mashup today on topics. So I want to let's start with some exciting news. Somebody asked me about wrestling, and okay, let me get that real quick pulled up here. Okay, we have a new woman's wrestler who signs with Iowa. I believe she's number 7 or number 8. She signs today, I guess. Ava Bayless signs with Iowa Wrestling. Okay. So it was announced by the women's head coach, Clarissa Chun. She's the 12th ranked recruit nationally at 112 pounds. So I think what's happening here is she is Coach Chun is putting together an extremely good list of wrestlers. Now, I believe, from what I can tell, these ladies are going to come in and they will all wrestle for Iowa unattached in the 22-23 season. So that will be the next season, because I believe they begin competition as a team the following season in the 23-24 season. Man, I hope I'm still around to see that. Okay, anyway, here are the 8. Is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I got eight signees already. They got Ava Bayless, Naya Estrella out of Hawaii, Brianna Gonzalez out of San Lorenzo, California, Emily Gonzalez, must be sisters because it's out of San Lorenzo, California also, Reese Laramendi out of Reno, Ella Schmidt out of Bettendorf, Iowa. Hey, we got one out of Iowa. Okay. Nyla Valencia out of Morgan Hill, California, and Kylie Welker out of Franksville, Wisconsin. So from everything I've read, these ladies are some of the best, in the biz, and they want to wrestle for Iowa. Okay. This is Bayless right here. Can you see her? All right. I believe this is the girl from Hawaii. This is the girl from Hawaii. Okay. I don't know who that other one was because they're not putting any names on. Okay. So actually, I believe that was all the same girl, guys. That was all the same girl. Okay. Here are the Gonzalez twins. These are the Gonzalez twins. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, and this one is Reese Laramendi. Okay, so yeah, I know it's going to be tough, guys, but I haven't figured out how to quite bring up the background on the back so you guys can see what's going on. Bring up my screen and share it. I mean, I really need some help on making this thing more quality oriented. Just because I would like it to look nice, and if I can bring up backgrounds and everything. So, let's do this. Let's go on to men's wrestling. Somebody asked me about men's wrestling. I think I put it in the failed attempt video I did a couple of days ago. But let's see what we got here for the news. Yeah. I gotta tell you guys, we had one wrestler enter the transfer portal, and we grabbed another one at the same weight out of the transfer portal. I believe the 141. I talked a little bit about it on my. It was either the last podcast I did or the one before it, and so you can go back and look for it. I was hoping that I could find it here to go into detail. So we'll skip over that one. I also let's talk a little. I want to talk a little baseball. Okay, let's see what's going on with the baseball. Okay. Okay. Yesterday, Iowa downs Bradley 9-8 in 11 innings. All right. And so there's a guy by the name of Anthony on the team that earns his third Big Ten Freshman of the Week honors. All right. Let's see if we can see a little bit more about that. He's an outfielder. His name is Keaton Anthony, and so that is that's pretty cool. I was just trying to see if I could get a little bit of go back. Let's talk about what the team is doing. I know. I think Iowa split a doubleheader with Michigan over the weekend, and then took the series by winning the game that following day. So I think they won the series there. And okay, all right. Let's go back, guys. I promise you some of this other stuff, and while the news is a little slow out of spring football and basketball right now, it's we're gonna go see what we can do here. All right. Okay, so Iowa is, hang on, currently, what their record is. Okay, they're currently overall 15-10 and 2-1 in conference. Okay, they started off the season really well and then just kind of like went into a tailspin. Okay, they're 2-1 in the Big Ten, but that would be the Michigan game, the Michigan series. So we won that series. Iowa would be in pretty good shape if they could win the series with each Big Ten school like that. You know, so this team doesn't appear to be as strong as it once was in past history. Apparently, yeah. Okay. Okay, so we win the game against Bradley. Won the series against Michigan. We got Illinois coming up in a couple days. Looks like we've got 3 games against Illinois coming up, and then we got Milwaukee, and then we've got 3 games against Minnesota, and then we got a return game with Bradley, and then we got Rutgers for 3 games, and Western Illinois and Nebraska for 3 games. It looks like all the Big Ten games are 3-game series. It looks like, guys, and then Purdue and Michigan State is like a 3-game series. Illinois, Chicago, Indiana. Yeah, so be watching for that. I think if this team can go, could win every series. Like if it went 2-1, that I think that team would be in pretty good shape. Don't you guys think that? All right, I want to take a look at the softball, guys. Haven't followed any softball this year. Let's see what they're doing. Okay. They're overall 17-16. Not bad. However, they're 0-6 in conference play right now, guys. So that means before they started conference, they were 17-10. So they got to get this conference thing straightened out. The softball team does. I know that they're missing one of their better pitcher. Her first name is Lauren. I can't think of her last name, but she transferred to UCLA and is pitching for UCLA this year. And she was one of their better pitchers. Okay. So Iowa has for softball coming up. They beat Drake yesterday, and then in tomorrow they will play Minnesota. Tomorrow and the following day they will play Minnesota in a 3-game series in Iowa City, and then they go on the road immediately after that and take on Nebraska for a 2-game series. And then they come back home after that for Ohio State for 3 games. And then they go back on the road for Illinois for 3 games. And then they're gonna play Iowa State right in the middle of all that. One game shot on April 26th at 4 p.m. in Ames. All right. I want to go to women's soccer. I know they've got spring soccer going on. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, so the women's soccer spring record already. That must on April 2nd. That must have been a preseason scrimmage, because their record is listed as 0-0. But they have a win listed against University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee at 2-0. Okay, so their first real game is April 15th against Drake in Iowa City. Then they play Missouri. That's it, guys. They're only playing 2 spring games that I can see of. After that, they don't. After the April 23rd game in Missouri, they don't play again until they play Northern Illinois on August 7th, and then August 12th, and August 18th, August 21st, August 25th, 28th, September. So basically, when their fall season. So they're only playing 2 spring games. So that's a little sad. That's a little sad. I thought they'd play a little more, but this is probably more or less it's kind of like their spring football. They go on, they train in the spring, get things set up, maybe introduce some new players, get some young players going, and then looks like 3 games in the spring. One was apparently a scrimmage, and the other 2, I believe, are going to be scrimmages too. They're not going to count against their record. Okay. All right. The track. Yeah, I don't have much on the track, guys. I don't know what to tell you there. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't have much on the track, guys. Sorry about that. So now let's get into some news. Men's Big Ten. All right, Iowa. I'm sorry. Iowa basketball, first of all. Pat Hardy yesterday tweeted that he could confirm, because he confirmed it from the coach, Fran, that Connor will be coming back another season. Connor, however, denied that. denied that confirmation. So Connor's still deciding, guys. Although it's widely believed that Connor's coming back. Um, just so you know, so if you saw that Pat Hardy confirmed it, Connor's denying it. Um, Almost assuredly, from what I've read, Chris is going to test the NBA waters, but he is most definitely Chris Murray. He's definitely coming back. From what I hear, he just wants to go get some feedback, and much like Peter Jock did, um, Luca did his first shot. He did his little test in the waters. Wheezy did that. He tested the waters first thing, and then came back. So guys, don't worry. You're going to probably see in this next day or two, you're probably going to see Chris Murray say that he's going to test the waters. Don't worry. I'm almost 99% sure, unless some miracle happens and something happens in the workouts or something, that he's coming back. I believe that he's not quite ready for the NBA. I mean, this guy's going to, but I think he's going to have a good year. I don't know if he's going to have a Keegan type year next year, but he's going to have a solid year, because I look for him to get a lot more playing time and maybe even some starting minutes this next year. And we've all seen what he's capable of doing when he can do it. He just has to stay out of foul trouble next year. That's the key. I think what limited him a lot was the foul trouble. Then he'd make some mistakes, and then he'd get down on himself, and then he'd kind of disappear. He just has to get over the fact that if I make a mistake, shake it off, come back, and definitely don't foul. Okay, but if you guys remember right, Keegan, his first year at Iowa, also, coming off the bench, seeing limited duty, also had some foul issues going on. And this year, I think he only had 2 or 3 games where he had foul issues this year. And so I think Chris can turn that around. And I think it can only help him by going through the NBA process. He's going to come back knowing what he needs to work on for his strength. But believe me, if Chris can have anywhere close to a Keegan type year, he's coming back for his junior year, and then he's out of here. Okay. So really, that's about all the basketball news I have right now. Got some football spring practice news. It looks like the media went to yesterday. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to take some notes that were sent by Chad Lysico through his group text messages. Let's talk a little bit about what he said yesterday. Okay. I know that he interviewed Phil Parker, Seth Wallace, and Kevin Bell, and he's going to have some articles coming up. He hasn't released everything yet. Okay. So, okay. By the way, guys, Connor will be 24 in July. So he'll be as old as Jordan was this year. Okay. All right. So the defensive coaches had some interesting things to say. Okay. Like Seth Wallace, he kind of hinted as a possible Jacobs Benson inside combo with Jack Campbell playing on the line of scrimmage against Wisconsin next season. Guys, not only are they trying to bring everybody up to speed and do things for the and just get everybody trained and everything for spring like they're supposed to. They're already planning a little special thing for the Wisconsin game next year, which I like, because I always feel like we go into the Wisconsin game scared. We play too conservative. We play not to lose the game, and then we always lose it. In Wisconsin, always freaky stuff happens. And what I like about this is playing Campbell on the line of scrimmage against Wisconsin next season. Just Wisconsin, it says. That's kind of weird. I mean, are they going to put him in the defensive end and let him rush the QB? I know that they got Mertz. Wisconsin has Mertz back, but they also went in the transfer portal and got um, a big time quarterback too. So that tells me that they're not 100% secure with Mertz. Mertz is going to have to go out in the spring and in the fall practice and win that job back. I don't think it's his job to lose anymore. I think it's his job to win. He has to win it. Because I don't think a big time quarterback, and I can't think of his name now, but I don't think a big time quarterback is coming in to play on a transfer portal just to sit the bench. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And then he also hinted that guys like Jay Higgins are really impressing. He's really impressing that he could be a middle linebacker. Okay, Lucas Van Ness is probably one of the names to watch. They keep hearing his name. D-line might be better than they're thinking that the D-line might be better than we all think. But I also heard that Lucas Van Ness has been also working on defensive end. Well, not also, because I don't think that means Jack Campbell automatically is doing defensive end. But Luka Van Ness playing defensive end, that might be kind of cool because he's kind of got some speed there, and if he can come off the end and do some pass rushing, because we kind of missed that pass rush this last season. After being spoiled for about 3 or 4 seasons in a row with some decent pass rush, I think this year, we're going to get some of that decent pass rush back. It sounds like. Okay, the X-Man. I don't even know how to say his last name, but you guys know who I'm talking about, the big X guy. He come in with all the accolades. He's a true freshman, all the accolades. But the guy who might be surprising everybody a little bit would be JT Hall. He's opening up a lot of eyes. And Xavier is going to focus on safety this spring. That could eventually lead to cash, but he needs to master safety first. And Riley Moss will stay at corner. I don't know if you guys saw on the Facebook page that that interview with Riley Moss. It's really a good one. He really opens up and he's just kind of loose on there, and you guys get to hear some things. Okay. All right. So let's see what else we got. Okay. We'll come back to that one. Oh yeah. One thing that Chad, I'm gonna credit Chad Lysico on this one. He said he was going through his Seth Wallace quotes yesterday, and he snuck one in there that kind of like must have been just glossed over. This quote is word for word from Seth Wallace. There are changes that have been made offensively that Iowa's defense has to adjust to this spring. Interesting, guys. Brian and Kirk said that the offense wasn't going to change. Apparently it is. They've made some changes. Maybe some subtle changes, maybe some big changes. I don't know. But I think you got your first word there that the offense is changing. They're going to do some things differently. That's good news for a team that says they're not going to do anything different. They probably didn't want Seth Wallace to say that. He just kind of slipped it in there, and Chad found it, and actually it doesn't sound like Chad caught it the first time, but he went back and saw it the second time. Okay. So that is your spring football news for now. There'll be more coming as we get some more information released. As this weekend or next weekend is I believe it's April 16th. Isn't that Easter weekend? Is Kids Day? Open practice day? Yeah. It looks like it's going to be. I'm looking at my calendar. Okay. So that being said, also, here's something you guys might want to think about. When Caitlin went to let's see, where can I find that at? when Caitlin went up to the to get her award for, hang on, I'll find it here. Come back to it. Yeah, she's wearing a boot on her left foot when she went to the wooden award ceremony. Okay. Now she's saying it's precautionary. She's trying to keep stress off of it while she travels. She said she injured it while playing pickup ball. I don't know when that pickup ball game occurred, you know, but could it be that she might have injured it before that Big Ten game? That loss to Creighton in the second round. Because remember, Kayla didn't look like herself. Yeah, and she just didn't play like herself that whole game, even though she had 21 points in that game. You know, she wasn't the Caitlin that we come to use. And could she? I'm just speculating here. Could she have been hurt in that game already? Could she have already been hurt? Yeah. So, but anyway, there's a couple of things I'm running into here I wanted to look at. Okay. Yeah, we got that Lucas Van Ness is playing on the outside at defensive end a lot. He's 270-pound plus, guys. Also, you guys might want to hear that Yaya Black is playing very well, as a defensive tackle. But yeah, I think, yeah, because those are some player interviews coming up now. I forgot to go over the player interviews, so let me go back and try to see if I can hit this for a little bit here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, not much going on. Oswald's nothing really newsy. So let's just leave it at that. We'll just leave it as a quick mashup today. I tried to hit a little bit of everything, and I I think I don't have the details in front of me on the Henson. I believe his name was Henson that left the transfer portal, that went into the transfer portal from Iowa, and he had a good redshirt year. I think he only lost 2 or 3 matches all last year, wrestling unattached and in several tournaments. Okay. But this guy coming in is from Stanford, I believe. And so it sounds like he's the heir apparent at 141, and Henson didn't want to play the game, didn't want to compete. I'm going to guess that's what it is. I don't know, but he sounds like a pretty good wrestler himself. I think he was the heir apparent to 141 until this other guy came in on the transfer portal. So it can happen, guys. It can happen. You might have a big time person that you're counting on, and whether it be wrestling and softball, baseball, basketball, football, or whatever, if you can get a big time player at that position, that's even better. You got to bring him in, right? That's what I would think. And I think Iowa's wrestling goal is to claim back that Big Ten title and claim back the national championship. I mean, by the way, who saw Michigan sneaking in there, runner up to the Big Ten and runner up to the national title? Whoever saw that one coming? I did not see it coming. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this little mashup. It's kind of more informal, not as formal as I usually do. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And as always, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Invite your friends to like it. Sure, subscribe to it. Let's get those numbers up, guys. I appreciate the numbers are coming up. The numbers are coming up. So I do appreciate you guys getting the numbers up for me. But we want to keep them going. Let's keep them going, guys. I know I want to get to 1,000, but let's make 100 first goal. Let's make 100 the first goal. Okay, let's do 100. Let's get to 100 first. You guys, the views are starting to come up. I like that. The views are starting to come up. And one guy made a nasty comment that got deleted on one of my last videos. I didn't get a chance to read it before it got deleted, but it must have really been bad for him to delete it. Either he deleted it or YouTube deleted it. I never got to see it, but he also commented on one that didn't get deleted. Yawn. So if I'm putting you guys to sleep, I'm sorry. Then bring me up at night when your guys are in bed and you can't sleep. If I'm putting you to sleep, go ahead. Use my voice and my podcast to put you to sleep. Anyway, I'm out, and you guys have a great Thursday. I'll see you guys, unless some breaking news happens. I will see you guys next week sometime, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in there. I did post one on Tuesday, but it didn't get to YouTube because I tried to use my cell phone to make a shortcut, and it didn't work. But it is on Facebook, Home Iowa Hawkeye Sports Facebook page. There is a live video there. I'm not happy with it. I might take it down, but either way, go watch that one too, and like and share. Thank you. Take care. I'm out.